everybody.
What's going on?
Welcome back to the Creation Station. And today we are checking out this game right here.
Okay.
This is a massive comeback by the East Coast Philadelphia Eagles against Kansas City. And we're not going to watch the whole game, but it was a really big game by the young Philadelphia quarterback right there, Jalen Hurts. So, if you are a Cowboys fan like me, you really don't give anything about Jalen Hurts. But he's an amazing quarterback, and if you're a fan of him, he has many, many wonderful years left in the NFL. And this video is for Mason.
Mason, what's up?
Yeah, and so what we are going to be doing is we are going to be drawing Jalen Hurts for you. So, let's get into the Creation Station and check it out. Hey, welcome back to the Creation Station. Today we are drawing Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles, who will be playing in the playoffs. And we're going to go portrait orientation here. We're going to do a big old head, and then we're going to work in some of the body here. So he will be playing against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And it will be a battle between the youngest and oldest quarterback in the NFL as far as the age gap goes for a playoff game. So while there may be a couple boys younger than Jalen Hurts, there's nobody with a bigger gap for a playoff game playing against the great Tom Brady. So this is going to be kind of the front of the face mask. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little side part right down in here. Kind of get that. And then two spokes coming out. And then we're going to work the mouth and the eyes inside of there. So we're going to have our mouth kind of wide, with, you know, they're wearing that guard in their teeth, so he's not making the happiest of faces, but that's because of the big old mouth guard in there. So we're going to end up with something sort of like this, and then we're going to put his big old mustache kind of hanging down, so nice and thick. He's got thick eyebrows, a nice thick mustache, so those are some key features we're going to put inside of our drawing. And work its way down. Honestly, Mason, I am rooting for the Eagles on this one because I'm not a huge Buccaneers fan. But either way, it should be a super fun game. Alright, so then we're going to get our nose kind of straight down the top of the helmet, kind of wide, coming down across the front. And that's the great thing about Sharpie, because then we can, we don't have to worry about the whole overlapping for the face mask. We can just increase the thickness after we have our different elements drawn. So what I'm doing here is I'm going back and I'm thickening up the mask now that I have a lot of the facial features in there. Alright. I'm just going to kind of work it around back and forth. Alright, so we're going to get our eyes in. They're going to be near the top, but we really want to show those eyebrows. So I'm going to do those thick eyebrows right at the top, kind of all the way across. Very distinct feature. Alright, and then so we'll just put our eyes right underneath. He's got his eyes downfield, looking at his wide outs. One right here, and one right here on the opposite side. And then he's got that Eagles kind of war paint thing going on for the reflection in the sun. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And he's really got it spread wide. And I feel like the Eagles like to do that because it kind of looks like wings. So you'll see a lot of their players with the dark tar kind of really spread all the way down their cheek. Alright, so now we're going to get into the helmet. So we're going to have the chin strap at the bottom, and that's going to look kind of like this coming out. And then we're going to have the round side of the helmet showing on the left side, coming up, and then we're going to angle it inward on the right side for a sense of perspective. And then we're gonna put kind of like the hole right here. Now, in the middle, we're gonna have our eagle wings coming up, and then a little back and forth on the feathers, and bring it back towards the center. And then we're just gonna kind of double the line parallel. So we'll run a parallel line next to what we did on both sides so that we get that outline. We're gonna do same thing on the opposite side, but the bottom parallel line says eagles. The top one is going to be a little gap in between. So we're going to be able to see more of our image on this side where we have the left side of the helmet showing. So we're going to bring some more wing right in here and come on down, and then connect our parallel lines. And on the left side, you can see they fully connect. Part of it doesn't disappear off of our perspective. So there we go. And then we're just going to put eagles across the center of the helmet. And funny to note, this is my second eagles drawing this week. Earlier we had Natalie request Reggie White for her grandfather, who was one of the great players. When I was growing up, watching him play, he would terrorize the Dallas Cowboys. I did not like that, but definitely respected him as a player. He was a pretty awesome guy. He made some great Campbell soup commercials. All right, so we're gonna get our neck coming down, and usually fairly cold in Philly, so we're gonna do kind of like a turtleneck coming out, and then the V-shaped neck of our jersey. And we're gonna kind of just go big shoulder pads on both sides. On the right side, we're gonna bring it in a little bit, again, for a sense of perspective. And then on the left side, we're gonna see pretty much most of the arm, and we're gonna have the sleeve coming down. We'll give them some nice, solid throwing muscles on that arm, some bicep. Bring that in. All right, and we're just gonna do a dark stripe under the arm. So we're going to bring that in, color it in. We're going to do a thicker dark stripe around the neck. That's a more noticeable area, so we're going to go nice and thick there. Still good enough to color with the Sharpie. It's not a huge area, so it'll look good. If you know from the videos, I don't like coloring very large areas with Sharpie, but thick areas where you have to color in, that looks good. All right. On the right side, we're just going to kind of turn it in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the form of the body like that, and just kind of tighten the arm in. Put a little stripe and just kind of tuck it in. All right, and then Hurts is number one, even though I think Cowboys are number one in their division. I guess you could say he's number one on his team. That's the quarterback, nice low number. Somebody who runs the huddle and leads the offense. So we put a big number one with an outline right there, and then a second outline, which we're going to outline in black, so it really stands out. I'm going to go ahead and color that in. And we are almost done. Except we're going to get our name in there. We got a couple of little touches on the jersey to finish off. And then that is a wrap. We're going to watch some playoff football. All right, we're going to throw another Eagles in here. E-A-G-L-E-S. And let's see, we'll do a little branding, a little captain right here. We're going to put a big C with a star right here. And wrap that around. And you know, it's always important that you have some good contrast in your work. So we're going to color in this area around the C. It's going to be another focal point to give us some areas to move our eye around in the artwork, which, you know, is always important, especially if we're going to turn them to the side a little bit. We might as well have more things for you to look at. And that is a wrap for today. Let's go ahead and get his name up in there. L-E-N and H-U-R-T-F. Sign the bottom, right about there. 22. And I hope you all have a wonderful, successful run in the early rounds of the playoffs. A great day. And if there's somebody you want to see, leave a suggestion in the comments. Have a great day, everyone.